Welcome, dwellers, to Basement 1F, where we're at the whim of a madman down here.
Yep, we're waiting to see what Dr. Terrormind wants us to review this week.
You ever wonder how he picks the movies that we watch?
No? You ever wonder how many times he pees at night?
Well, I do now.
Hello, my side-talking sycophants. Who's ready to watch a movie?
I mean, it is our jobs.
Though my potion hustle is gaining momentum. I'm working on an addiction potion that'll get them hooked to whatever I want them to.
Sallie, are you a drug dealer?
What are you, a cop?
Quiet when the adult is talking. Now, for your film this week, I have chosen The Conjuring, the film that boasts it is based off a true story, which in horror parlance is like saying it was foretold by the Tricks Rabbit. I expect a full review, because frankly I can't be bothered. Terrormind out.
What are in these potions of yours?
Are you really about to lecture me about recreationals?
Fair point. We'll be right back.
Hi there, Bigfoot here to tell you about the coolest website in Terra City, basement1f.com. It's the official home of Basement 1F and the place to go for all your apparel needs. Show your love for Terra City, or Lumpy, or Sallie's Sinister Circle. Only at basement1f.com. Their merch is great and raw, super raw.
Welcome back! Today we're talking about The Conjuring. Yes! I love this movie. It's spooky, stylish, and it gave birth to a whole cinematic universe of cursed dolls, creepy nuns, and ghost demons. What's not to love?
A bit, but let's get started on this one, okay?
Okay, we start with a quick intro to Annabelle, the cursed doll, foreshadowing her spin-off and eventual sequel.
We then meet the Warrens, a paranormal investigating couple who are giving an over-serious lecture about demonology to a packed hall of students and skeptics.
And while that's going on, the Perrin family, a mom, dad, and 5 daughters, move into a huge old farmhouse in Rhode Island. It's isolated, dusty, and there's a boarded-up basement. When is finding a boarded-up basement ever a good thing?
Speaking of ignoring red flags, the dog refuses to come into the house at all. Naturally, they ignore it because they suck, but by the next morning, the dog's dead in the yard, with no visible wounds. He's, just dead.
Each of the 5 daughters gets affected differently. One sleepwalks and keeps banging her head into the armoire. Another finds a music box in the wood and sees a reflection of a ghost kid named Rory. One of them gets dragged by her leg across the room.
Carolyn, the mom, starts waking up with deep bruises. She chalks it up to anemia, but they keep getting worse. Meanwhile, the clocks in the house all stop at exactly 3:07 a.m. every morning.
That becomes important. 3:07 a.m. is when the big bad stuff always goes down.
The kids are naturally getting freaked out, and the mom gets a crap scared out of her when she plays the clapping game.
Probably the best scene in the movie. That's where The Conjuring shines, popping out when you least expect it.
Okay, let's talk about it. The Conjuring relies way too much on jump scares. It got really dull after a while.
Oh, horse hockey! I love them.
Well, we go back and forth between them and the Warrens, who I don't think have ever experienced joy.
They're just intense.
They're wooden.
Well, finally, the bruised up mom goes to see the Warrens and begs them to help. Ed doesn't want to take the case at first. He's worried about Lorraine's health after a traumatic exorcism.
But the Warrens do a walkthrough of the house, and Lorraine immediately senses that something terrible has happened there.
Something awful happened here, Ed.
Turns out the house belonged to Bathsheba Sherman, a supposed witch.
The key word there is supposed.
A supposed witch who sacrificed her newborn to the devil, then hung herself in 1863. Before dying, she cursed the land and anyone who tried to take her home.
And there's a pattern. Anyone who moves into the property ends up either dying or murdering their children. So the Warrens believe the house isn't just haunted, it's cursed.
The Warrens and team set up cameras, audio recorders, UV lights, the works.
And Bathsheba's still trying to possess the living. The whole thing escalates to the mom getting full-on possessed and determined to off her youngest daughter.
Carolyn's now fully possessed. Her face is pale, her voice is warped, and she's about to sacrifice her child the same way Bathsheba did.
But there's no time to wait to hear from the church. Ed decides to perform the exorcism himself. He reads scripture while Lorraine tries to reach Carolyn emotionally.
It's your daughter! You can't give in!
The exorcism gets intense. Carolyn levitates, she vomits blood, but Lorraine finally breaks through, and Carolyn resists just long enough for Bathsheba's hold to break.
Bathsheba's spirit is expelled, Carolyn collapses, the daughters are safe, the curse is broken. Now the Warrens just wait for the sequel.
And spin-offs.
Don't remind me.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you didn't care for The Conjuring.
You don't, and I didn't. This was like watching a classed-up version of those ghost haunting shows. People looking at little devices and pointing at needle spikes like they found the freaking multiverse. This franchise has an audience, and I'm probably the wrong one, but this movie was a little up its own ass for my taste.
But I liked it.
And that's okay. We're allowed to like different things. I like Alien 3.
Why?
See what I mean?
Well, that was The Conjuring, the film that started a horror empire. Though apparently not for everyone.
I also don't like pickles.
Check out our exclusive reviews and lists over at patreon.com/basement1f. Maybe even consider enlisting in my cult, Sallie's Sinister Circle.
Until next time, dwellers, this is Scary Sally, I'm Mitch, and we'll see you next time.
I can't believe you don't like pickles. What's wrong with you?